underway at the ballpark this afternoon as the first pitch is in there for strike one.
Corner paint right there, 97 miles an hour. What are you going to do with that?
First pitch, 107.
Now here's the pitch. A ball hit hard to the left side. And a base hit, so the leadoff man is aboard to open up the ball game.
Well, I'm sure he didn't want to give up a base hit to the first batter he faced, but things don't always go your way in baseball. Now we'll see if he can work around it, which is something I'm sure those evaluating him before the draft, they'll want to see as well.
Johnny Eason is at the plate now, and he's quickly behind 0-1. He's set, now the pitch. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
Just no chance to pull the trigger on that one. It just got on him too fast.
Hit well down the left field line, but back into the crowd, foul. Here comes another 0-2. Hard hit to the left side, but taken in out there, it's short. And that's a loud out number one.
Batting third, right fielder,
Wyatt Quezada will get his first opportunity now. Runner still at first with one away. A little tardy there. No balls and a strike.
And sometimes you got to cut down a little stride against a guy who's throwing this hard.
Meanwhile now, this is a fair ball down the line in left, and that ought to be good for extra bases. Oh, and he misses the stop sign there as he heads for the plate. And the opening salvo is fired here as they take a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, he just leaves this pitch in a location that's just a little too good to hit, and the batter does a nice job of making him pay for it by driving it for a double. Kind of unfortunate that in this showcase, one guy's success is another guy's failure. But you know what that's called? Baseball. Now we're going to...
But that'll stay in the park as it's off the left field wall. And the run will score from second to make this a 2-0 ball game. And he is in there with an RBI triple. Bill Ayala will dig in now with 2 runs already home and a potential third waiting in the wings only 90 feet away. He's set, now the pitch. Now a hard hit ball back up the middle, and that's through into center field, base hit. And that'll bring home run number 3. It's now a 3-0 cushion. Clyde Whiteside will get his first shot here with the runner at first now and 1 away. He got the high fastball there, and he popped it straight up. And he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man here for the second out. Lawrence Kimura will get his first cuts here with 2 gone now and a runner at first. Ran one in there as this is hit on the ground towards second. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. So 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and a man left on. On now to the bottom of inning number 1. The West prospects are on top here, 3-0. Carlos Armas leads things off now in the top half of the second. First offering on the way. And this is going to be a foul ball. Pitch on the way. That's taken. Now it's 0-2. Now here it comes. Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning.
Well, you know, it's just like the song says. 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out right there. You know, this guy didn't put up too much of a fight at the plate, but you've got to give credit where credit is due. He went right at him, and he collects a dominating strikeout, and that's not going to go unnoticed in those stands.
Into the box, Stefan Garlobo, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce one foul for the first strike. Now here's the pitch. Fooled him a bit as this is hit high in the air towards right center and shallow. Otska is in his tracks now, and there's the second out of the inning.
Now batting, center fielder
Kirk Gorman will stand in. He singled to lead off the ball game and later came around to score the game's first run. Here's the first offering. Now a ball hit in the air to left center. In there, a base hit. Johnny Eason will stand in. A line-out victim his first time. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike one.
That's not really a bad take that time. You've got a guy out there on the mound that's had his hands full already, so you've got to make him prove that he can find the zone.
Comes set, now the pitch. And this is hit well towards the hole. Throw to first in plenty of time, and his side is retired. So after the 3-spot last time around, he's able to bounce back and hang a 0 here. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. The West Stars lead this one 3-0. Wyatt Cazada is ready to go here as we begin the third.
Right fielder, Wyatt.
Hits softly to the right side. And he'll flip it to the pitcher covering for the out.
Well, this outing sure hasn't gone the way you'd hoped coming in here. He obviously wanted to show these scouts what he can do, but today just has not been his day. He does a nice job to get the ground ball out right there, so hopefully he can finish strong.
And this is lifted high in the air down the right field line. Otska is over, and he puts it away in foul ground for the second out. Bill Ayala will stand in, an RBI single in his first appearance. In there, 0-1.
And it looks like he's rebounded pretty well from that rough inning a couple innings back. He put up a 0 last time, and he's close to doing it again.
And this is fouled back and out of play. And now a pitch on the way. Here's a ball swung on and lofted in the air out toward right center. Moreno is there, and they go down in a hurry here as his side is quickly retired. Pretty painless half of the inning, all told. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. The West prospects are on top here, 3-0. Lawrence Kimura will stand in. He grounded out his first time.
Lawrence Kimura.
First pitch coming. And he gets a piece here as this ball is fouled away. Guys, a good outing on the mound for the man you see right there, the recipient of our Topps Player of the Game award.
Yeah, I thought he turned in a really good performance.
With the draft coming up a fortnight away, the best young amateur talent in the world have gathered to compete in the 3-day Topps Amateur Showcase here on MLB The Show. One game for each team is in the books, and now it's on to day 2, and we've got a good matchup ahead between the prospects from the Central region and the prospects representing the East. pitch just moments away. Here's a look at today's starting lineups. And then briefly, let's take a look at the two starting pitchers who get the assignment here. Scott Pickett will step in now to lead things off in the home half of the first.
Leading off for the East Prospects, the shortstop, Scott Pickett.
And this is going to be fouled into the diamond level seats. Now here's the pitch. Fouled back. Now here it comes. Fastball called, strike three, and there's the first out of the inning.
Well, you know, it's just like the song says. 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out right there. And this guy didn't put up too much of a fight at the plate, but you've got to give credit where credit is due. He went right at him, and he collects a dominating strikeout, and that's not going to go unnoticed in those stands.
Into the box, Colin McCann. This will take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike one. The pitch. And this is lifted high in the air down the right field line. And he will make the play out there, and there are two away now.
Batting third baseman,
Ryan Beach will get his first cuts now, and he'll do so with the bases empty and two away here in the first. Now a check swing, but it's strike one anyway, says the home plate umpire. Here's the pitch. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike two.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys up here in this inning. He's just trying to get himself back into that dugout as fast as he can.
Ready with another 0-2. And he'll take the fastball here inside off the plate. It's 1-2.
And that fastball of his definitely catches your attention, especially when it's on the inner half.
And a swing and a ball hit foul heading for the seats. So another foul ball here, and it remains 1-2. Again, a 1-2. And he struck him out. Second inning upcoming here in Florida's Baseball City with no score. Jason Waylock will start things off in the bottom of the second.
Left fielder, Jason Waylock.
Now the first pitch. First pitch fastball swung on and missed 0-1.
And sometimes you got to cut down a little stride against a guy who's throwing this hard. Either you take that leg kick completely out of the equation, or you get it started just a little bit quicker.
And this will find the seats behind the first base dugout. And now a pitch on the way. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
Nice job right there to send that batter packing, and now that's 3 strikeouts for him in this outing. He looks to have pretty promising swing and miss type stuff for a young guy, and that's something that's always going to catch the eyes of the scouts and the front office execs. He'll do well to keep this up throughout this showcase.
Brandon Angelis comes on with one away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0.
Yeah, it's so easy to get caught reaching on that pitch. We've seen a few of his teammates do it already. That's a great job to recognize slider and lay off.
Ready now on 1-1. And a half swing here, but he pretty clearly went around, and it's 1-2 now. The 1-2. Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2.
Boy, a good job of pitching right there. I like the way he really set him up throughout that entire at-bat and then finished him off to record the strikeout. Regardless of how he does in this Topps Amateur Showcase, I like the tools of this kid. I'm really interested to see where he ends up going in the upcoming first-year player draft.
Into the box now, Johnny Austin. Swinging a high pop-up straight back, though it looks as though he'll have room back there. And he will indeed make the play in foul territory to retire the side. So they're held in check here this half of the inning. We've played 2 full. The Central Prospects lead it here 2-0. Tim Wells makes his way to the plate to get us started here in the bottom of inning number 3.
First baseman, Tim Wells.
And here's a fastball called for strike 1.
Corner paint right there, 97 miles an hour. What are you going to do with that?
That's in there as well. It's a quick 0-2 count.
You can tell he's still frustrated after that first called strike. It's still on his mind.
And this is swung on and missed. 5 quick strikeouts now, and that's your first out of the inning. Timothy Lombardo digs in at the plate. Here's a ground ball to first. Oh, and he has some trouble with it. And now, fortunately, they will get an out here.
Well, he just continues to have these guys off balance. And I'm sure the scouts are liking what they're seeing right here. That was a nice pitch, and he gets the batter to just roll over the top of it for another ground out. Let's see if he can finish it off strong now.
Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
And I think he'll keep riding that pitch until these guys prove they can do something with it.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Make it 9 straight here to start the ball game. 3 innings complete. The Central squad is on top here, 2-0. Richie Herrera will come in and pitch now.
Number 4, Richie Herrera.
Not a lot of offense to go around in this one, but what offense we did see came from this man's bat. He's our top player of the game.
And I think, all things considered, this was really a team victory. But out of everybody, I agree, he made the biggest impact out there.
So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Eric Harrow, Steve Lyons, and the rest of our crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. To find out more, head on over to theshownation.com. The Central Stars win this one 3-1. So long, everybody.
Here now our final line score. First for the victorious.
I can't sleep because they keep on talking. I try and count the days, yeah, keep on chopping. Try to eat, my belly keeps on churning. And gotta take the heat to keep the fire burning. They make me
It has been an enlightening weekend so far for the best amateur players in the world, the top 100 of whom have gathered to put their skills on display. And they'll have one more shot to impress here on Day 3 of the Topps Amateur Showcase presented by MLB The Show. This afternoon, we wrap things up with the third and final game in this round-robin competition between the international prospects and the prospects from the Central region. And with first pitch just moments away, here's a look at today's starting lineups. And let's also get a brief look at our two starting pitchers as you see how they stack up right there. Jared Blanco will step to the plate now as we're ready to get this one underway. Crowd still filing in this afternoon as the game's first pitch is taken for ball one. The 1-0 pitch. Who pulled the string and had him way out in front, a ball and a strike. And you figure to see that change up more and more as this day progresses.
And the first time through the lineup, you want these guys to know that you've got this pitch in your arsenal. Sometimes pitchers want to hold on to pitches and not show everything right away, but here, you want these guys to be thinking, I know he's got that changeup, so I'd better not sit on the fastball too often.
And the throw will come to first, so the sacrifice works as planned.
Well, I did not expect to see this play today. It was a good bunt, but in a showcase game like this with scouts in the stands, I think you'd want to show them what you can do with the bat. Maybe he's just trying to show them that he's a good team player.
Sanchez will range to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the second out of the inning. Fred Falvey will stand in now in an early RBI spot in the top of the first. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike one. Here's a fastball at the knees. Good spot, good pitch, and it's 0-2. And a good fastball swung on him. This for strike three, and the inning is over. So they get a man to second here in the top half, but he's stranded there. On now to the bottom of inning number one with no score after a half an inning. Peter Webster leads things off now in the top half of the second.
The designated hitter, Peter Webster.
Now here it comes. And here's a fastball called for strike one.
Just no chance to pull the trigger on that one. It just got on him too fast.
Now here's a ground ball that'll get by the mound and into center field for a leadoff single. Moses Shell will be the batter. Now the first pitch. And a high strike there, 0-1.
And you know, I think it's going to be important that when guys get their pitches, they take advantage. There it looked like he was taken all the way, and he may not get another pitch that catches that much of the plate.
Down and away, it's a ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, after that last swing, I would have thought they'd go right back in, but that's actually not a bad location because I doubt he was looking for something out there.
Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
Challenge fastball right there, and he just flat out blew it right by him. You know these scouts are looking for well-rounded pitchers who can get outs with every pitch in their repertoire. But it's always encouraging to see a guy that can just reach back to that good old number one and throw it past a good hitter.
Into the box, Samuel Sierra, as he'll swing and miss at a first pitch slider at strike one. Runners on first with one down. He's set, now the pitch. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike two.
Boy, he was so far behind that first pitch that he over-adjusted. He was so far ahead of this one.
Swing and a miss as he ran that two-seamer right by him for the second out. cuts here with 2 gone now and a runner at first. Here's the first offering. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike. Comes set, now the pitch. Swing and a miss here, and he's behind in the count now, 0-2.
This is the trouble when you're facing a guy like...
Oh, sorry to interrupt, but that's the 3rd strike and the 3rd out. Side is retired. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. The Central Prospects lead it here, 1-0. Nick Palmer will step in here to start their half of the 3rd with the top of the order to follow.
Nick Palmer.
Now here's the first pitch. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Very difficult to get on top of a pitch when it's coming in that high.
Darn near impossible when it's coming at you in the high 90s. You just can't get your hands up there fast enough to stay on top.
And this is swung on and missed. 5 quick strikeouts now, and that's your first out of the inning.
Well, you know, it's just like the song says. 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out right there. And this guy didn't put up too much of a fight at the plate, but you've got to give credit where credit is due. He went right at him, and he collects a dominating strikeout, and that's not going to go unnoticed in those stands.
Stepping in now, Jared Blanco, batting left-handed here as he takes a look at strike 1. Big swing there as it's hit pretty well out toward deep left field. And he's going to make the play over toward his right, and there are 2 away now. Jimmy Olsen will dig in. No official at-bat yet as he delivered a sacrifice bunt in his first appearance. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. Sneaks a fastball by him at the letters. It's 1-1. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss as he pulled the string on him, 1-2.
And even with 2 outs, this is a team that can still put something together here, especially in this part of the lineup.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. Nothing across here this half. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. The Central squad is on top here, 1-0. Individual performances to choose from in this one, boys, but what do you say we go ahead and let this man take home the hardware? He's our tops player of the game.
Yeah, no question.
I know this for sure. There's nothing left for her. No, I spent it all up. No change left for her.
Welcome, everyone, to this year's Major League Baseball first-year player draft. Today, the best up-and-coming baseball talent from around the country and the world, many of whom have just recently competed in the Topps Amateur Showcase, will begin their journey as professional baseball players. Today is a day these young men have been dreaming about and working towards their entire lives. We wish them all the best of luck and look forward to watching them develop into even greater ball players over the coming years. With that said, it's time to get started. The first pick is officially on the clock. With the first overall pick in this year's first-year player draft, the Arizona Diamondbacks select Kevin Ibanez, a closing pitcher from the West region. With the second pick of the first round, the Colorado Rockies select Thomas Gray, a starting pitcher from the West region. With the third pick in the first round, the Texas Rangers select Tyler Schultz, a starting pitcher from the Central region.
Okay, so another top draft prospect is off the board after that selection. A lot of people, and of course his new organization, have high hopes for him. What do you guys think about his future?
Well, I like this pick a lot. His talent certainly warrants him being taken early in the first round like this. And he looked very promising at the Topps Amateur Showcase. And from what I can tell, he definitely has the potential to be a very productive major leaguer sometime down the road.
Yeah, his new organization has to be very excited about getting the opportunity to draft him. Well, like you said, Steve, he has looked very good leading up to today. I just hope he's really taken the time to enjoy this moment because it's a bit of a whirlwind, but it's also something he should cherish and celebrate with those that have helped him get to this point. I think we're all looking forward to watching him develop to see if he lives up to those high expectations everybody has for him.